Hey everybody, this is K Rider Geek Nation News, and this week we're doing another Marvel Legends review. And this is from Spider-Man. This is a Green Goblin figure. This is a figure I really wanted to get when I saw photos of it, and I keep seeing like online. I really want to get this, and I actually found this in the wild. And there's Green Goblin. Oh, almost dropped it there. The other side, pretty much the same thing. Let's turn this baby around, and the top there tells you pretty much little bit backstory of the Green Goblin. Not much, just the basic stuff. And pretty much you see the other lines of these figures that come out. Pretty much the other wave of this line. The only other figure I really want to get, and I finally did, and that's Spider-Man 2099. And pretty much build a figure all of this together, build Sandman. But yeah, uh, that's why pretty much it. So let's crack this baby open and look inside. All right, so let's see all the accessories it comes with, and the first is the Sandman head. It comes with two. I don't like this one. This one has a weird kind of like to me has a weird kind of too bloated out face, like it's swelled up. I don't like it. And here comes the his one of his trademarks, and it's his pumpkin fireball explosions. Pretty much that's it's really cool how you can take it off and it's a little thing. You don't think I'm afraid of. I'm probably gonna lose it. So small. Here's the okay, so let's see the glider. I like how the glider is like an OG original, not like it actually does look like the old one. The only thing I kind of have complaints against it's a little too small for me. I wish it was just a little bit bigger. So that's why I actually made my own version. I'll show you towards the middle of this video. So now let's actually get a better look at the figure. Alright guys, so guys want to give you a better look at the figure itself. He looks amazing. Scope wise, paint wise, it looks really cool. And his expression is just so awesome. He looks so evil. That's how the Green Goblin's supposed to be, like a evil kind of smile, to him. He has this really cool like look. They really did capture him. They really did a good job with the paint and the scope and the way they did this figure piece by piece. For me, I really don't have any complaints when it comes to this figure. I really love that it comes with his pouch and it's loose so it moves around. It's just, and then the paint work, especially on his face, looks really cool. Now I'm gonna show you with the glider so you guys can see it. He looks pretty cool. Like I said, the only complaint I have against the glider is that it's a little too small. But out of that, when it came to the accuracy of the original Green Goblin, that's how I remember him. His glider was simple, but yet it was effective, and this is a really cool glider. Like I said, the only thing I hate is that it's kind of small. So that's why I made my own version. But just to guys show you how it looks with the glider and then the rotating table, so you guys can see, it looks pretty cool. All right, so now let's test the articulation in this figure. Articulation is pretty awesome. His arm does bend pretty good. He has 360, as you guys can see. He bends pretty awesome. His hand his hand doesn't swivel, but his shoulder doesn't, but his hand actually does. I'm sorry, his hand does pretty much bend, and it goes again 060. Pretty much the same thing in this hand. Um, it bends pretty good for this figure. They really did a really good job when it came to articulation. His stomach does bend back and forth, not all the way, but quite. His head does turn pretty much all the way around. It's loose. I like it because you can look down and up. Because he has a glider, he flies. His hips do, turn too. And pretty much he does have his leg does have a joint. So you can twist around. I love that they did that. His leg pretty bends pretty good. I really like that. He kicks pretty high. I guess I can see his he does have Elkin privilege. I love that. You guys can see, you gotta love the ankle privilege. But yes, pretty much he does have that, and he has in the other leg as well. So actually, now let's get a better look at his face. So his face, like I said, they really capture him really good. That's one of the reasons I got this video, because when I saw his face, it looks so sick. It looks so cool, man. So I am like, I have to have it because they did a heck of a good job when it came to scoping his face. Especially how his ears are kind of bended to shape his hat. They just really did a really good job when they capture him, especially for this figure. So I'm happy. I'm really happy. It's not actually, this is one of my first times I ever have a Green Goblin figure. I never actually had one because they never really captured for me. So finally when I saw one that was really cool like this, I had to get it. So I just want to show you how his pumpkin can fit in his hand. It is kind of loose, so it does fall off. You guys can see. So if you guys gonna have him display, it's better to have him a little bit taped because there's a chance it could fall off over time. So now let's actually show you what I was talking to you about the glider. Like I said, this one comes with is real small. This one's mine. I made it myself. I did everything. It's pretty much made of cardboard and different plastic pieces all together. I even weathered him down so it looked like it's been through a lot. It took me a couple of days to make this because I did it like 5-10 minutes a day. I didn't like every time I have free time, I'll do it. So that's why it took me a couple days. If honestly, if I fully like worked on it, it would probably take me 2 or 3 hours to do. Now I had this way before I ever got the figure because I saw photos and I saw how big the glider was, and I'm like, I want it to be bigger. So like I guys can show you how bigger the one I made is, and I really liked the end of what I did. It's a heck of a good job I think I did for a glider. It's not my first time I did a glider. I actually did one for my friend, and it was for the hot goblin, and it's way different compared to this one. His face is different, but for me, I always preferred the original glider. So now let's actually see how it looks on it. So I'm going to show you guys. Let me just put it on this. Struggling a little bit, but hold on. So I want you guys to show you how it looks on it. For me, he looks really cool because it's bigger, and I'm probably gonna have him hanging like his, flying in his glider. He looks so cool, and I'm happy that I make it. Of course, I'm still gonna keep the original one. I'm probably gonna weather him a bit, paint him a little bit different. Make him look like he's been beat up. So in the end, that's pretty much it. It's an awesome figure. I really do like this. It's a must-have. If you're a Spider-Man fan, if you must get his greatest villain, and that is the Green Goblin. When it comes to scope-wise, articulation, paint-wise, this figure is awesome. I have no complaints against it. The only complaints I have is just the glider. For me, it was just a little bit too small. But other than that, the figure is perfect. I think it's one of the best top Green Goblin figures out there. And it's just a really awesome figure to have to your collection. Even if you're not a Spider-Man fan, but you are a Marvel fan or comic book fan in general and collect figures, this is a must-have in your collection. Online, he goes for about this decent price. I got it for $19 retail price. I think it was Target or Toys R Us. I don't remember anymore. But I got it for retail price about $19, so that's not bad. Online, he goes about 25 to 30, depending. Sometimes people even sell him loose for like 15 if like at cons, or places that sell stuff like comic book figures, But it's a really cool figure. It's a must-have. It's a definitely must-have to your collection. I hope you enjoyed this. This is Mr. Bushido signing out at K Writer Ignition News with the latest Yodas of Kamen Rider, Super Sentai Anime, and comic book TV. And also continue to talk about Monsters, aka Kaiju. Goodbye to the world.